but they can't do it with a lack of resources, lack of staff to do the job properly. How many more aged care residents and facilities are going to be shut down across New South Wales and Australia? Not-for-profit, profit-driven. How many more? Where are residents going to go in small country towns when there's no facilities available? That's the question the Commission should be asking themselves. It's all well and good to say, well, we're moving to the next one. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours away from family and friends. And what about the staff? How are they going to get jobs? They can't just go walking around the corner for a job, you know, not like in Sydney where the next suburb you might find a job. You're looking at travel times, hours in country areas to the next town to find work. Hours. And if you travel at night, you've got the added bonus of hitting a kangaroo or running off the road. So we're asking the Commission, before they make a final decision on the closure of Lithgow Aged Care, that they consider the impact on the local community as well. Send your staff into Lithgow Aged Care. Get them educated, get them up to scratch. Assist them in meeting the standards. That's what they need. Assistance. Not arbitrary, we're going to shut you down because you don't meet the standards business. Not going to help anyone. It's not going to help anyone if you shut it down. And I'm deeply concerned about the mental health of the residents and the staff that are going to suffer greatly if that facility is closed in Lithgow. I've spoken to the staff and I've spoken to residents, and they agree that things have to be fixed. But they don't agree it's got to the point where their jobs are on the line and the residents' homes are going to be shut. I've read the standards failures online. I understand the need to fix the problems and the urgency involved, but now it comes to the point where the Aged Care Quality Commission should be sending their staff in to fix it and help the facility to meet accreditation standards. That's right, the Aged Care Quality Commission should be helping to save residential aged care facilities, not to shut them down. It's very important for the local community that maintains that facility operational. It's very important for jobs and a flow-on effect to small business and their local economy. That also needs to be taken into consideration by the Commission and the Commissioners prior to deciding we're just going to shut it down. At the end of the day, if they can't meet the standard with the new board and the new executive team, then fine. If it has to be shut down, it has to be shut down. But give them a go. Give them a fair go. That's all we ask. Give them a fair go. It's not too much to ask. given their lives are going to be affected by the closure if it goes ahead. We can't change policy of government unless there's an election and there's a change of government and they have a new policy. We won't see any improvement in aged care for years to come, and there's a reason for that. Lack of staff, lack of training and lack of money. We care about our residents, we care about our local communities, and we care about our aged care residents. We need to fix the problems, get it operational, and move on. We ask the Commission to send help, get your professionals in, give them the education they need, get the standards up to scratch, get them reaccredited, and move on. That's what we're asking today. That's what we're asking the Commission and the Commissioners. We're asking for consideration and a fair go. Many of the residents won't survive a transfer. They just won't. Many of the residents won't survive a transfer to another facility, away from their friends, their relatives. They just won't do it. They won't survive. Physically and mentally, they won't cope. And that needs to be taken into consideration by the Aged Care Quality Safety Commissioners before they make a final decision on Lithgow Aged Care. Once again, we understand the Commissioner's role and we understand the importance of maintaining accreditation standards, but we ask they give them a fair go, give them the opportunity to fix the problems, new board, new executive team. And what the Commission should be doing is they should be referring the matter to ACCC and asking ACCC to investigate under the Corporations Act of why there's failure in due diligence in regards to the board and previous executive teams. Once again, collective punishment is not the way forward. Individuals have to be held accountable for their actions, and we want to make sure that they are. People shouldn't be on boards if they don't know what they're doing, and they shouldn't think it's a free ride just because they're a nice person. We ask, please help us fix the problems in Lithgow Aged Care before you terminate their accreditation. Please, please, please help them so they can do the right thing and get their accreditation up. No one wants to see the facility close. It's not going to be good for the staff, the residents, or the local community. The Commission has, I believe, a moral and legal duty to assist the aged care facility to get themselves up to scratch with the new board and new executive team. If they can't, fair enough. sadly, it may have to be closed. At least give them the chance. Give the local community a chance. Give the local residents a chance. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. It's hard to get beds in country areas for people that need it. And to be travelling long periods of time for relatives and family to visit their loved ones is not a good idea either. It's not a good outcome for anyone. So today, as a registered nurse and as a representative of the local Lithgow community, part of my role is advocacy for our patients and residents and those who don't have a voice. That's our role under our accreditation, advocacy. Our code of conduct, that's what we're here for, is to advocate for our people who no one else is able to advocate for. Our residents don't get a voice sometimes when decisions are made by others to close down their homes and move them somewhere else. Well, I want people in the Aged Care Quality Commission to reconsider and to consider that option, that problem, and to help the local committee and the new board, new executive, to get things right. To get things right so it doesn't shut down. That's what we want. To get things right so it doesn't shut down. If you spend any time with a senior citizen, you know as they get older, they have a lot of health problems. And they need more time, more staff to be with them. And it's not the fault of facilities that the government policy has destroyed that opportunity, taken staff away, profit driven, make money first, staff, residents second. It doesn't work. The Royal Commission on Aged Care says it doesn't work. We need to fix the problem, and shutting down a facility won't help it. Thanks for the time to listen. I'm sure somebody's listened. I'll be putting this up on Twitter and Facebook, and I'm sure the world would like to know what the Aged Care Quality Commission is doing to help save Lithgow Aged Care from closure and after they fail to meet the accreditation standards. I'm sure that the local community and the people in New South Wales and Australia will be very interested to hear what actions the Aged Care Quality Commission has done to assist the local aged care facility to meet the standards. I think that's a very important question. If they have done it, great. If they haven't, I think the commissioners need to think about that first before they shut the place down. Thanks very much for your time. Thanks very much. Hopefully somebody's listened and taken into consideration the mental health of staff and the residents concerned if the place is shut down. Thank you. Yeah, hello everyone.